Booze on the ground, dust in your teeth. You trace every scar like a map underneath. Oh, ghosts in the smoke, call out your name. You train for this moment, walk into the flame. Sharpen your steel, temper your shield, fasten your armor, the danger is real. No need to be scared, no time for fear. The danger is here, oh, you better be ready to fight. Breathe in your chest, can't start to shake. You steady your aim, let the doubt break. Brothers beside you, eyes are the stone. You're scared of the silence more than the unknown. Sharpen your steel, temper your shield, fasten your armor, the danger is real. No need to be scared, no time for fear. The danger is here, oh, you better be ready to fight. Helmets on the table, blood on the dome. You're still standing upright, so the training lives on. You turn from the battle, face the next light. Sharpen your steel, you'll be ready to fight. It's the call. Can you hear the call? I know you hear the call. Yeah. We ready, we ready, bring it on. Let's go. Yeah. Strapped and ready, you know it. 100 round drum for the newbies. Wow. Always ready for the Call of Duty. Lace tight, that grip on my palms. Tag on my chest, got a squad in my comms. Eyes on the map, every route, every spawn. We don't wait for the storm, we are the storm. Slide through smoke, red trace in the dark. Heartbeat up, but my aim stay sharp. Ping that mark, then we crash that door. If you came for a game, that movement better be on me. And you better pray, we're not in your lobby. We ready, we ready, bring it on. Let's go. Drum for the newbies, always ready for the Call of Duty. Plate up quick, hit a crunch in my ear. Enemies closing in, but my crew show no fear. Stim pack, stack another cluster in the bag. Once we lock in sight, whole lobby getting to the right. Flashbang burst and it's lights out night. One team, one push, and we hold that line. When the last one falls, know the win stays mine. Who's still standing? Who's still locked in? Every loss just fuel every fight we win. From the lobby to the very end. Same code, same plan. If you hear that call, then you know where I am. We ready, we ready, we ready, we ready. Bring it on, let's go. We ready, strapped and ready. You know. 100-round drum for the newbies. Always ready for the call of duty. Following my lead, even when it's hard. Ready to die, true heroes by far. I'll never let them down as long as I'm breathing. Don't care about the odds, I'm not leaving. Tell them Chief coming. Oh no, oh no. Tell them Chief coming. Oh no, oh no. Long as there is air in my lungs, I won't stop until the job is done. So go out there and tell them Chief coming.
Yeah. Just touched down on the planet. Yeah. Air hostile, but I managed. Yeah. Vasco sitting outside my ship. Riding with a shorty named Janet. Yeah. She keeps telling me these stories about what they call banish. Yeah. Some shit about a dude named Chief. To me it just sounds like panic. I'm just hearing the stars. the field, trying to make it in a star field. In the field, yeah. I'm just a neon red, a new Atlantis feel, hoping to make my name in Starfield. I look at her like, come on, focus. Resources is what we need. I'll go mine that aluminum, yeah. You can go grab them seeds. Couple more minerals here, and we'll leave as expected, yeah. Right before I hear Vasco say, Captain, enemies detected, yeah. I'm just here in the star field, in the field, trying to make it in Starfield. In the field, I'm just a neon red, a new Atlantis feel, hoping to make my name in Starfield. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just here in Starfield. In the field, trying to make it in Starfield. I'm just a neon, a new Atlantis, hoping to make my name in Starfield. Yeah. I'm just here in Starfield, in the field, trying to make it in. Trying to make it in. Yeah. Trying to make it in Starfield.
La 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 la. Skirt in the lobby, neon on the dash, name up on the bracket. Ready, set, flat. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'm welcoming you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn that curve. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. Digital city, checkpoints glow, you in my mirror, get it close. Late apex on every turn, brake lights flash, feel the burn. Turbo heart in my chest, crowd the past, I'm obsessed. Every lap another dare, if you're beside me, better beware. Yeah. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'ma welcome you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn them down. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. Last lap, white flag, do you feel that drag? Side by side, too close, who lets off, who chokes? We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast, to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'ma welcome you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn that curve. Do, 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 do. So do we do when the world is on our shoulders? What do we do when we're running out of time? So and my shield about strapped to my shoulder, my friends, they're with me as we walk into the night. Boots in the dust, First map curled in my pocket, laugh through the fear. We've heard this tale before. Scrapes on our knees, but our hearts stay locked on. Every step forward feels closer to something more. When the world is on our shoulders, what do we do? When we're running out of time, sword and my shield, a bow strapped to my shoulder. Shoulder, my friends, they're with me as we walk into the night. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing. You know what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. You know what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing. What we doing. We aim down sight. Only podcast you ever need for all your gaming and your techniques. Is it AI or is it Lyriic? We don't know. 1000% accuracy for sure. She's a hostess with the most. And you know it. Mute Panda if you know this. Always hot and never mild. Wouldn't be neat or if it wasn't wild. Get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
I said, get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. What we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. What we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing. We aim down sight. Eddie,
You know, you know, you know.
aim down sight. Aim down sight. Aim down sight. What we doing? You know what we doing.
You know.
What we aim down sight. What we doing? We aim down sight. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Aim down sight. Aim down sight.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon or evening. It's been a while. Welcome. We have got just me at the moment. Lyriic should be joining shortly. And if you're not aware, Nero has been unwell. And so wishing him all the best while he recovers, and he's just been in and out of hospital, so I'm hoping he's going to be okay moving forward. We'll keep you appraised of how he's doing. But ADS episode 91, I have not been well, and it was my birthday the other week, so I'm actually back to being well, so it's just nice to say hi to everyone. It's cold. I'm wearing a jacket. It's cold. But yeah, it's been like what, a month, I feel. We haven't been on for ages, but I just want to say a shout out to everyone who's watching live, everyone who's going to be watching after the fact, and everyone who's just here to spend time with Panda. I've missed everybody actually, so it's just nice to be here and do a show. So once Lyriic is in, we'll crack into some proper stuff. But I don't know, what has everyone been playing? Headed in chat, handling tech issues on my end, all good. Love you, Lyriic. But yeah, what has everyone been playing? Has anyone touched Halo Campaign Evolved yet? Got the early access? I don't know. Hopefully. I'm just having a rude coffee this morning because that's my life. But what have I been up to? Like I said, I had my birthday. I went away for like a 6-day weekend. It was fantastic. I went away with my partner. I got to play some video games. I've been replaying through, like, I love the Sniper Elite series, so I've been playing Sniper Elite 3, which is where I feel like the actual franchise gets the roots for what you see in Sniper Elite 4 and Sniper Elite 5, and then Resistance. So I'm hoping next year we get an announcement at the end of next year for Sniper Elite 6, because I know they're working on the on an upgrade to the engine, and so that'll be nice to see what they've delivered there. But yeah, I'm enjoying Sniper Elite 3. It's a little bit harder because like you really have to use sound masking, and I'm not used to using sound masking. OG maybe Forza 6, Hell is Us, Observer and Observer Redux. Ooh, enjoy Hell is Us. Yeah. What are you most excited to play next? I am really excited to play like Halo with like my friends. Just because I played Halo Combat Evolved or Halo CE with my twin, and so we played through that, and we're playing through Halo 2 at the moment, and that's been really, really fun. And then but I really want to see what Halo Campaign Evolved is like playing with other people. Like, you know, it's fine playing solo, we all love a solo game, but like just trolling everyone that you're playing with is fun too. General Spartan, I was playing Halo, just beat Truth and Reconciliation, now onto the Silent Cartographer. Yes, patiently waiting for Halo. I feel you on that one. I haven't really been home much to do that. But yeah, I've just been wanting to shoot things. I don't know, I'm in a shooting mood at the moment, so that's why I've been going back and playing Sniper Elite. Hopefully Lyriic isn't too much longer with his tech problems, but yeah, that's kind of been me. I've been watching, what have I been watching? Scarpetta, and The Rookie, because I'm on the most recent season of The Rookie, but I'm a little bit behind, and Masters of the Universe. That is what I'm watching today. After this, I will be watching Masters of the Universe, Octopath Traveler, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Marvel Rivals. Honestly, did you see the new Resident Evil trailer? I assume most people have seen the new Resident Evil trailer. I just really love Resident Evil, and it looked creepy AF. With the lady running like on the snow-ridden like field towards the house, and it just creeped me out, and he's trying to like find the shotgun shells to put in the gun. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the trailer. I was like, let's see what a newer alternative Resident Evil movie looks like, because they tried to do the TV series, and that didn't get renewed. The only other real Resident Evil show, I mean, other than the actual games, that's really managed to have any longevity was the one with Mila Djokovic in it. The Rookie is great. Going to see the Odyssey tomorrow. My twin's seeing it this weekend. She's going to watch it in IMAX. The Rookie is great. Yes, I love The Rookie. Yeah, it's a really good show. All right. Wow. Thank you all for being here. I might pop this up and just go a big thank you to the channel members. Run that along the bottom. It's Sunday morning and I do not feel like I should be awake. So if I seem a little bit like dazed and confused, it's because I need sleep. But I've got to get into talking about video games this morning for myself. Okay. Oh, it's backwards. Put the cat the correct way. I mean, most cats, if they're annoyed at you, will face backwards anyway. Okay. Well, I thought we could crack into some quick things that we're going to talk about. Same IMAX tomorrow. Hello, Spartan. Welcome. Good to see you. Have you played Halo yet? On the new campaign Evolved? I watched the... what did I watch? Oh my god, Digital Foundry, and it was just nice listening to them talk about the nuances between the original game, the anniversary edition that was delivered 15 years ago, and then the new version. And so that was really quite interesting in how they talked about the sound, the set design, like some of the improvements, like the, and things like that. And so I think when you're seeing a lot of reviews come out about it, and some, IGN, can't spell ignorance without IGN, right? Well, they gave it a 7. But a lot of the people, some of the reviews I've been reading and haven't really touched on the comparisons between what, in my opinion, enough between the original game and what you're getting now, and including the anniversary version. So it was just really nice to kind of listen to that and look at the content to see it side by side. And I think a lot of people need that for context in order to judge it fairly. But I know that all of us are going to be playing it next week if we haven't already started playing it. All right. What was I going to talk about? Oh no, I'm just a real awkward individual sometimes. But thank you for being here. I've missed everybody, actually. I've missed talking to our community. I've missed engaging. I've just been very busy with work, and work's a little bit slower at the moment, but it's about to pick up again. So yeah, I'm trying to get as much gaming in as I can. But like I said, Masters of the Universe tonight, or after the show. Maybe some more Sniper Elite 3. I picked up this little indie side scroller called The Golden Knight, which was like $2 or something, and I was like, yeah, chuck that in, easy enough to play, and just have some fun. All right, so quick news. I don't know, I feel like this may have already been talked about, but God of War Lao Fei coming out 16th of February. That's a week before Fable is going to release on Xbox and PC and PlayStation. And so the Fable comes out on the 23rd of February. What is everyone going to be playing? I know what I'm going to be playing, obviously, because I'm a Fable fanatic. If you know anything about me, you know that the reason I game on Xbox, or PC in general, I'm a PC fan, but the reason I game on Xbox is Fable. That was the game that really drew me in, because Zelda drew me into Nintendo, and I'm a massive Zelda fan. Hence, like, my partner was really, really cute and got me this for my birthday. So Lego Game Boy, and if you don't know, if you're a Lego fan, it's got a little cartridge in it, and like you can put it back in. You can change the screen, like the buttons, press. And even the little dial pads move, and there's like an on-off switch at the top that you can like... It's really cool, actually. This is really, really cool. Took me like 2 hours to put together. And because I'm a massive Zelda fan, I made sure that I have this one out on display. Yeah. Need to have that one out on display. Can't have the Mario. I'm sorry. I love Mario, but Mario is just not goated for me like like Zelda is. But yeah. Oh my god, I totally lost cold. God. My brain ADHD'd for a moment. Okay. But yeah, I am excited to be picking up Fable and playing it. I will be playing that. I've no interest in, I don't know, the God of War new franchise, God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok, God of War Alpha. I prefer the original God of War series. Yeah. I'm about to watch He-Man with my lady. The original, wait, the TV show? Or the, other original Masters of the Universe film? You need to clarify which one are we watching, Spartan. I need to clarify. Too bad I only care about Fable. Oh, it's not a too bad story. It's perfectly fine. I would only care about Fable because I do only care about Fable. I'm not picking up GTA 6. I have no intention of picking up that because I think it is a disgusting practice of them charging $80 for that title. And this is $80 US. So it's about 120 New Zealand dollars if you buy it online through the store. If you buy it physical, I can get it for about 109, but that's not the other edition. I want to buy the Ultimate Edition, which includes those other stores that you get access to. So they're holding content, like actual gameplay content, in my opinion, behind a paywall, which is BS. It's like 150 New Zealand dollars. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that price. Stupid. Too bad for Laufey. It is just stupid and ridiculous, and I'm not going to stand for that. I know they're probably going to already made so much money. Sometimes, for some people, GTA is all they want to play, but I have integrity and standards, and I think that's a rip-off. Yeah, that's my opinion. And I'm gonna keep it 100, or try to keep it 100. I've been worried about Nero for a while. All those masterpiece ratings lately had me worried. He's not well. He is. I think that's why he's just been putting some content out that way. We are keeping an eye on him just to make sure he's okay. Yeah, he hasn't been the best, but I think he's expanded his horizons as a gamer since he's been introduced to Nintendo. Yeah. Send me the link. Okay. Nah, I don't think so. I really don't. One second. I think I have to figure out where I'm sending this from. All right, one moment. I'm going to figure this out. It's one of those days that my system hates me. Okay. Okay, you're in here as a speaker. Why can't I send you the link? Oh wait, where we go? No. Oh. Check your emails, Lyric, and see if that has come through. You really are having technical difficulties today. All right. Hopefully I've got that. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here, everybody. Okay. Good news though. Good news story since we had the first 100 days from Asha. Now we're having the less good news, but some silver lining on that 100 days of a reset for Xbox is the Xbox Series X and S consoles have been selling better in the United States. In June, they were up 86%. So hopefully some of the messaging and marketing has been starting to make it into there. And we've seen that month there was a decline on the PlayStation. Slight decline on the Nintendo Switch too, but it's still selling like gangbusters, so I think that's a nothing burger in that respect. But I think this is really important to celebrate that positive news and seeing some of the the change hopefully happening with people's mindsets, because it is mind share, and Xbox and PC have I guess varying different degrees of mind share around that when it's associated with Microsoft. But yeah, this is very impressive. I'm happy around that. I don't know if we've got. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had any really good what is that, movement in that space. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tired. But okay. We also have Final Fantasy XIV coming August 4th for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is nice. So it was originally PlayStation, finally came to Xbox. Now the Switch 2 is getting a version, which is fantastic, because that's the type of thing you need for a live service game, is that sort of going on there. All right, I just need to add you in, and then we will fix that in a moment. Okay, give me one second, Lyric. Hopefully you're all good. Background. All right. Okay. Did that link work? Yeah, clearly it did, Urine. All right, I'm gonna move us across. What's up? Sorry, I've just been rewatching Scream. Because I watched Scream 6, and I forgot to mention this, Scream 6, or not Scream, Scary Movie 1, and then I just watched Scary Movie 6, and I was like, I need to go back and rewatch all the scary movies because they're so stupid. I love them. Yeah, so what's up? It's kind of where I'm at. Are you frozen on my end, Lyric, or am I going crazy? Maybe it's just my end. I'll just remove the transition.
Can you hear me?
I got you in audio. How are you, Lyric? It's been a while since everyone's seen you, heard from you, etc., etc. But I just wanted to know, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? And I've missed your face. Well, you're now just a black screen on my end, so I don't know. Is it my computer being a pain in the ass? I don't know.
No, I do not. It's probably mine.
Oh, there we go. I don't know. I think it might be yours, Lyric. You can just be on. You don't have to have cam on if it's being juddery.
Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. We're back. Partially. Still missing.
Partially. We need to be back fully with Nero when he is well enough to be back. But yeah, what have you been up to, Lyric? Because it's been a while since we jumped on and spoke to some people in our community, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who is here. And you know, you can show some love to Lyric and his AI-ness, or you can tell him to piss off. No, I'm kidding. What's up, Lotus? Welcome. Lyric had the perma smile. Yes. Yeah. He's been watching From, I think.
I don't know. I forgot my mic, so I apologize however my audio is right now.
You're okay.
Through the laptop.
Yeah, that's all good. But what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
The same old, living life out here in these streets, trying to stay above water. Trying to stay above the water. But gaming wise, I've been trying to dibble and dab. I've been fairly busy work wise, but when I do get to get on the game, I've been playing a little bit of. I've gotten back into Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
I've been having some fun there, and then not having some fun there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mixed bag as always. I've been playing recently. I have Tainted Grail now, so I've been.
You say you painted Grail?
Yeah, Tainted Grail.
What do you think of Painted Grail?
No, Tainted Grail.
Oh, tainted.
Yeah,
sorry. It's because of the. Yeah, you just need to be a little bit louder into your mic. Sorry, I mean into your laptop. Just have your laptop right in front of your face. And I'm kidding. Don't do that. Not good for you.
No, you're right. But I'm enjoying it, but like I'm still like fairly early, so I don't really know what I'm
Tainted
doing yet.
Grail is tough. Yeah.
But it's
A real
yeah.
important question for you, Lyric, because I asked AI Lyric this
Mhm.
earlier, is and AI Lyric responded a bit sycophanticy around like out of the two games releasing in February, so God of War Lao Fei and Fable, actually recommended Lao Fei. Why did you recommend that? No, I'm kidding. Throw you under the bus for no reason. He didn't. He
Oh,
definitely didn't.
what happened is because you might not be subscribed to Lyric AI, so you might have the the older version. You might have you might
It,
have the
it,
4.4.
its logic isn't working as well. So now,
Not
if I
really.
ask the AI today, AI Lyric today in person, are you recommending Fable over Lao Fei?
Um, and that's not to take anything from the God of War, but I
Hey,
mean, it's not. I just feel like, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but I just feel like I've seen enough of that game to know what I'm walking into with that game. So
yeah,
it's like it's more. I feel like it's more of from what I've seen, it's more of the same. Just and if you love that, you love that. You know what I'm saying? And I do like God of War. I'm definitely gonna play it. But it's like it's more of the same. You know what I'm saying? Might be some added things, of course, a new story, but you're not getting an entirely different experience from the other two games. Whereas Fable, you're getting something that's going to be totally different from
yeah,
anything of recent, exit.
yes, yeah.
So yeah,
Good
definitely.
call out. Good call out. Yeah, Reese, I agree. I probably asked the ad version of Lyric AI. Yeah.
I heard you ask about Halo. I've been playing that as well.
Jump in. What do you think?
First of all, that game is gorgeous.
Halo is back, baby.
Definitely back. It is gorgeous. Um, I'm enjoying it. I played through the bonus missions, and now I finally got into the campaign and start playing the campaign over again. But I just like it's kept it fairly close to the original, with the added cutscenes and whatnot. I
I
actually
go go.
not good. No, it's fine.
I was just gonna add to this. It's been quite interesting the discourse around this because people are going like it's an end of an era for Halo 343, and with Halo Studios now taking the realm of whatever Halo is becoming and delivering a much more polished version with a lot more feature sets than the original anniversary version that launched 15 years ago. And so it's nice seeing that there's a lot more love, time, and respect put into the franchise release of this version than there was of the anniversary version 15 years ago. What's up, Talos Ray? What's up? That's my opinion on that. It's just very interesting to see that you're getting a more complete version
Yeah,
today. So it sounds like there's a lot more people maybe assigned to that than there was the version that released 15 years ago. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm enjoying what I've played so far. I the thing that kind of like stood it. Right now I'm playing on heroic thing is I'm not playing on legendary just yet. I'm gonna let you know right now who anybody that's playing it. If you think you finna jump in this game and just jump to like legendary and just like go crazy like you might have did before, this game like I'm getting my ass handed to me in heroic.
Legendary edition, like legendary version, always does that though. You're like, I got this, and then they're like,
But I ain't even got
hold
to
your
like
beer. They're like,
I'll
hey,
play
I think you should sit down on this one.
exactly like I at first I was like I'm gonna definitely play on legendary because normally I would. Um, but I said let me try heroic to just see. I felt like that was a good middle ground or whatnot.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's been plenty of times I'm playing. I'm like, man, you know what? Normal might not be that. Playing on normal might not be that bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely tough. I like the fact that they didn't like go with the I guess the best way I can say like the trend of making everything like super fast. So
Mm,
Chief is still like Chief is very grounded. Even though the sprint is in the game, he
you don't
feels
actually need it
weighty.
still, right? Like,
He's very weighty, so it's like he doesn't just zip around like real crazy or nothing like that, like you wouldn't expect him to. He's like
yeah, because it's a heavy suit, right?
exactly,
Um,
exactly. So
I
he
I
feels
love some of the quality of life improvements, like listening to them talk about some of the level design decisions when you get into the library and such, or and when you first meet the flood. Sorry, spoilers, everybody. Who's the flood? I don't know. No. How they've kind of like focused on like making it seem like it gets worse the further you go in
yeah,
because you're getting closer and closer to the source of where the flood has come from. And I think that that's really important to build that atmosphere, especially in the swamp location as well. Building that atmosphere because the whole thing is you don't know what the hell's going on. It's great environmental storytelling in the first place, and I think Halo did that really well from the beginning. And then you didn't feel that entirely the same way in Anniversary, and then they've gone back and you can really see that they've gone and said, yes, this is Unreal Engine 5, but like we want to build exactly what made the original Halo Combat Evolved great in the first place, which was that environmental storytelling, the sound, the color, the lighting, everything that really builds and builds and builds the foundations for experiencing such a fantastic story. And for those who have never played it, and who've only been on PlayStation, never got a chance to play it, it's a nice introduction for them. They're very lucky, I think, that they're getting this, because I don't think where they're going to get the second one, because I reckon they're going to do Halo 2 on with the same love and appreciation. Yeah.
yeah.
Continuing on, Lyric, I cut you off. Continuing on about enjoying the game.
No, you came at the perfect time. That was pretty much towards the end of that. I'm just enjoying it. I like the addition of the new weapons that
What do
they
you
add in there.
What do you think of the option around the 4-player multiplayer option of playing co-op with three other Spartans? What do you think of that?
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I actually had tried to get my son to download it and play with him. But yeah,
Uh,
I think awesome. Like, I mean, the option can never be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Some you might have curious out there like, no, no, no,
Well, I
I
think,
want to play it myself, but you can. So
but what
there it
Boomer
is.
said, he's on like his coming up to his fourth playthrough, and this time he's going to play in third person, I think, because he
I
loves.
haven't tried it.
Yeah, like I want to know what third person is like just for the sake of trying it. Um, but yeah, just I've only played the like 2-player in it, so I'm curious as to what 4-player would be like, because that's probably what you need for legendary. That's probably what you need. All four of you getting your asses handed to you non-stop. Yeah,
It's definitely tough. But I like that. I enjoy it. It gives you that sense of like that feeling it's supposed to give you at the beginning, where it's you are equipped as Master Chief, but the
yeah,
odds are always that. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
definitely gives you.
Which
So I'm
makes them
loving
even
it so
more scary when you look at the difficulty and then they're like, oh, yeah. There is a little bit more enemy variety in the game as well. In certain areas, you'll notice that if you've played the originals, you'll see a little bit more enemy variety around there as well. Some very nice quality of life improvements. There is some stuttering issues, some issues with PC, I know, but there's probably going to be like a day one patch coming out is it the 27th or 28th? What day is it officially releasing for us? 28th?
yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, which is Wednesday for me. So there's some quality of life improvements that I think are going to launch then. There is a little bit of slowdown or stuttering in some of the cutscenes on the Xbox Series X version, and I assume that probably goes to the Series S version as well. So there are
Yeah,
a couple of things there. But overall, I think it's a pretty polished game, and it won't be difficult to make those changes. My only real annoyance here is, regardless of what platform you play it on, you are forced to play with film grain, and it's quite aggressive. You're forced to play with chromatic aberration. You can't turn those features off, and I hope that is coming in an update, that you can turn those features off, because I hate film grain. I turn it off in every game I play it on because I can't stand it. So I hope that comes as a quality of life upgrade, and I think it's a little bit of an oversight for them to not include those as toggle options as on and off in the feature set, regardless of what platform you play it on. Yeah.
I'll add one more. I don't, for the life of me, and I'm hoping that it does come with a patch as well, preferably day one. I don't know what, for the life of me, why there's only two modes in it. Why there's only graphic and then performance. Graphic being at 30 and performance being at 60.
There should be a balanced, you reckon?
I feel like there definitely should be a balanced mode, especially when.
Wait, is the performance mode only at 60?
Yes.
Do you know what they should do? They should scale it down, and so if you're just playing 2-player or whatever, 120, there should be a 120 option. I would love, like, that is how I play Halo Infinite multiplayer, though. Multiplayer, I know, it's a little bit more different because you're in that closed, like, little arena, essentially. But I always play that game at 120.
It absolutely should have 4 modes. If you want to have the fidelity mode at 30, that's cool. A balanced mode that targets, 40 or better.
My answer to that is get a PC. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to be that asshole that says, just get a PC, guys. Piss off. Some of us don't want a game on PC. I only use PC for RTS games. That's how I prefer to play them.
I wouldn't mind that sentiment, but when you're giving us a console that does 120, you should be utilizing the fact that we have it. So
correct.
I just think that's a miss in that department. If you don't give us a 120 at least, use a 120 hertz mode to give us a balance type mode, or even just give an ultra performance mode where we can run at 120 at a lower resolution.
Yeah, 100%. I'm happy to have it downgraded for 120 because it's the fluidity for me is beautiful. You know what I will say though, which I do really, really like here, is the idea that you can kind of see, like with his visor, that it's not this perfect crystal amazing clear thing. Same with his suit. You can definitely see that they've gone with the Combat Evolved suit, so that I guess when we get to Halo 2, it's a slightly better variation of his suit or his armor. And so I like the fact that you've still got that, and it's beautiful in this game. But they haven't really gone, let's just go all out and upgrade him like crazy, because it's like that's not the reality of what we played through when we played through the Halo series.
Yeah, they have a good little amount of skins that's there.
I got a free skin off X. I got a free skin off Twitch. Yeah,
I have like 6 of them myself, and but the cutscenes always default to the original one, so that's always a good thing. If you want to play with the skins, it's more so gameplay.
Yes, I think that's because I think the skins thing is important if you're playing co-op, or whether that's 2-player co-op or 4-player co-op essentially, because then it's much easier to identify who is who. It was always interesting playing in the other games, and there were just 2 versions of you running around, 2 chiefs, and I was like, I know we are both Master Chief, but it would be nice to have some variation on who's who, especially when you get to 4 people being on screen and everyone's green. That kind of, I feel, defeats the purpose. It's really much harder to identify who's who, because I'm quite a color person. Like if I am looking at a calendar and I just see meeting, I can't differentiate between the importance of those meetings just via the title. I have to color code my stuff, and then it's much easier for me to understand priority levels for things. And that's the same with anything. when I'm watching, like, dealing with, like, armor sets and stuff, I immediately will identify who it is. But what I would really love, and I know this goes against all of everyone's, mainly just Jedi Knight Peter, because every time he would be like, I'm going to kill you when you're wearing these. I want cat ears. I'm that person. I love cats, okay? Don't judge me. But I want cat ears.
Of course you do.
I spent so much time playing multiplayer with cat ears on in Halo Infinite. And you know that, like, people come and, like, grief you when they see the cat ears. But you know what? It was great, because then they would learn the hard way that they can't just grief me, 1v1 me, and see who comes out on top. All right, okay. This came up, Avatar Legends. So the Avatar Legends game, the fighting game that's coming out on every platform, basically, was releasing this week, and then, like, at the ninth hour, whatever you call it. I wasn't going to judge, but thank you. Maybe do judge. It's okay. Got delayed at the last minute for Xbox, and I was like, why did you wait till, like, the umpteenth hour to then say, hey, there's an issue in the back end, so we now have to delay this game? Yeah, I was like, are you serious?
What game are you talking about here again?
I mean, it looks good. This is Avatar Legends, the fighting game. It actually looks quite good as a fighting game. The animations are really nice. The aesthetics are really nice. But yeah, so it was planned to release July 23rd. So this came out this week. It's now releasing September 3rd on Xbox. It's the only one that's got a delay there in that side of things. But also, I don't think there's cross-platform progression or cross-platform play. So I don't think you can play with anyone on another platform, from my understanding. But yeah, it's gone everywhere else. It's just disappointing. What are your thoughts on this? Lyriic? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, these studios gonna do what they're gonna do. Like, it is kind of interesting to me. I'm like, why so late? Like, what is?
Well, Nintendo's also been impacted slightly. So Nintendo, the only version available at launch is the standard edition. The other versions will come out a little bit later, and be available for the Nintendo Switch. So it's just quite interesting. Something's happened in the back end with that developer, or maybe that publisher, around some issues. Yeah. All right. Okay. This is quick news stuff, guys. This is just quick news. I love your Invader-Zim. I love your Invader-Zim. I saw these Invader-Zim socks yesterday, and I was like, bro, fuck yes. I have an Invader-Zim hoodie, which is like, you can zip up, and it's like, it's got Gur wearing his dog outfit, and then you unzip it, and it's got him in his machine outfit, like in his actual thing. I also have, and this was very hard to find, it was very expensive when I did get it, was in a Gur pop vinyl. Very rare, very hard to find, and I've had it for like 10 years now, but it's one of my favorite pop vinyls I own in my collection, is Gur from Invader-Zim. I'm gonna sing the Doom song. He's just so cute. I'm sorry. I love it. Yeah, it's just great. I really was disappointed with the movie, though. Did you see the movie? The one that I feel like it was on Netflix or something? No, not a great experience.
So I will not. So then it's a will not.
It's a don't watch it if you're an Invader-Zim fan. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, some of these topics, I don't know how recent or old they are from Nero. So I've put some new topics in for this week, so we can just kind of skim those. I'm gonna have a look at it, guys. We're just doing it live, winging it as we go, because that's the amazing thing of life.
Like 5 hours.
Okay, that one is old. All right. We'll see. We have not been on for like a month, and that is insane. I was sick, and then I had my birthday, and I've been sick, and like all this other stuff's been happening. So this is late, but kudos to Night City population. So 40 million people have been playing Night City for Cyberpunk 2077. That's insane. No wonder CD Projekt Red is looking at making Cyberpunk 2. But I really just want The Witcher 4, to be honest, and The Witcher 1 remake. That is where I'm at. That's what I want. I want that. Kudos to them. Congratulations. So that's quick news out of the way. I don't really have anything else. This is kind of oldish news, but I'll just remind everyone who maybe was living under a rock, if you like Patrick Star. There's some updates that have come to Xbox Series X and S in the Xbox side of things. So unique gamer tags expands to 15 characters. So they brought that back, which is really, really cool. Play games with the cloud while your game updates. So you can go and play the cloud version of your game while there's an update in the background happening, which is a fantastic feature for me, because it would be annoying. I'm like, oh, guys, I can't play with you. I need to wait for this update to happen. We have Xbox 360 achievements now in the Game Hub, instead of like having to go and check them in the standard achievements location. And you can add any game to your wish list from the game card now, which is really, really nice. Instead of having to go into the store to then go find it, if you have the game card, you can just add it there from there. So there are some really nice quality of life improvements coming. More improvements coming down the line as well. In the Xbox space. So I love the things happening around there. I don't know how old this one is. This was about OD from Kojima Productions. I'm going to have a look at how old this news is before I really go into it. Hopefully it's not old. Anything you want to talk about, Lyriic? Oh, it is old. It is old. I will not talk about it. It's over a month old. Just remove it from the list so I don't get confused. Did you see the oh my god, Resident Evil trailer, Lyriic?
Yeah. I'm definitely watching that. Well,
you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm always gonna watch Resident Evil, no matter how bad or how good.
I mean, I watched that TV show because I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I won't play the video games though. I won't touch them with a barge pole, but I'll watch movies and other things. I should just stand on principle and play them while crying myself to sleep and having nightmares. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
I can't believe you're like, yeah, exactly. That's fine. You do that. Yeah, just don't go calling me to tell me that you cried yourself to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Just one more level. You got it. One more level.
Oh, yeah. You'll be able to sleep after that last level. I'll be like, that last level was the worst level. You'll be like, see, I told you. I'll be just crying. They'll be like, you're paying for my therapy bills. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know.
Bethesda news?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Bethesda?
Which part of Bethesda?
With Asha saying, well, not just Asha, but Bethesda themselves, just speaking on how more focused they're going to be.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that was Todd Howard, Asha, all of them come out. Do you feel like that was warranted and that is needed? What are your thoughts around that news coming up?
As a super Bethesda fan here.
Well, Fallout 5's just gone into pre-production, right?
It was about time. I think Bethesda had got to a point where they were just living off of, you know what I'm saying, their accolades.
ESO.
Yeah. They had already, they get to sit back and say, hey, ESO's doing well,
76 is making us money.
Well. Skyrim is still up there, so people still playing it. Hey, people still playing Star. No.
Don't rest on your laurels, people.
exactly. And Asha said came in there and said, "Hey, hey, what are y'all doing in here? Y'all having too where? Why do y'all have party streamers? What's going on? What kind of party is this? Y'all ain't put out a game. Where's the party
It's
at?"
more like a funeral. No, I'm kidding. Well, yeah, where's the party at? 100%. And chat, what are your thoughts on this, actually, around the apparent refocus here? Because obviously there has been a lot of changes that we haven't talked about because we haven't been here for the show, but like Xbox had quite a few layoffs happening in that space, with like just, I guess, refining or really focusing some of the teams. Like id Software was impacted with them, and so the studio itself, like that made Doom, are back to the same size they were when they made Doom 16. And it sounds like similar things are happening in Bethesda space around like really refocusing them and putting a direction in and going like, hey, you guys need to lock in.
Yeah.
None of this faffing about.
Yeah, first of all, I think a lot of times when they get rid of people, and we never want to see people lose jobs.
Correct. We don't.
Um, However, we got to keep in consideration that a lot of times there's a lot of contracted jobs on top with a lot of when it comes to tech, and also redundancies. A lot of times when you get new management CEOs and anyone that's in charge come in, they're going to look at your studios, your teams, and say, "Hey, if 5 people are producing the same amount as 10 people, because all those 10 people are basically the same job, why are we hiring? Why are
Looking
we
for
employing 10?"
efficiencies, right? Yeah.
So and then when you look at the output, it's like I think Asha is doing a great job of saying, "Hey, there's an identity that we want to have, and the identity comes with those blockbuster games. And before you can come to me talking about you want this little game here or this little game here, provide us the blockbuster game first."
Well, this is
So
where that core before more comes in. And I think
yeah,
I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about it with anyone else, but I definitely talked about it with some friends I was playing online with. Core before more also refers to multiple things when you look at it from what it is. Core before more could be your core fan base before anything else. So the core console itself before anything else. So let's focus on fixing that. So your fan base, your console, or your business. The other side of it is your core games before anything else. So let's focus on getting everything healthy. And sometimes that means trimming. Sadly, and we know what that means. It sometimes means, and I love that they did this. They got, I can't think of the word of it. What's the word for it? Where they the studios that have just kind of been gone off to make themselves independent, and then studios that have also been picked up by some other companies as well. Instead of cancelling them, which I think they did a better job with that than PlayStation ever did, was they gave these studios opportunity to continue on, and we didn't lose those studios forever.
A3.
I can think of the word, and it's sitting right on the tip of my tongue, and I know it's there, and I just can't. It's going to annoy me. They need to leave Obsidian alone. Yes.
Pushback. Obsidian need to leave us.
Well, they're doing Fallout New Vegas, right? The new Fallout New Vegas, but it's not going to be New Vegas. It might be a different location.
I'll point at you specifically when I say this. I love Grounded. I
Fucking love Grounded. I love Grounded too.
Issue I have, and this might be my hot take, is that when you already had Grounded was in a 2-year early access, and then you go to Grounded 2, which, let's be honest, there's outside of additional stuff like buggies, it's not that crazy of a change between the two games. There's a lot of things that we wanted, and by no means am I saying that Grounded 2 is just Grounded 1.0, 0.5 or something like that, because it does change a lot. But 4 is like technically, like 2 is not a massive upgrade over one. And to get that and to have two in early access for another 2 years is kind of insane. Like we should not be seeing Grounded 2 in early access for 2 years. It should be
Agreed.
a year tops before we have a 1.0. What you call it, but and we're closing on that anyway. So that's kind of like not the case. But I feel like a lot of the studios at Xbox were getting kind of like a little lackadaisical. I'm not saying they're lazy. I'm not saying they weren't doing nothing, but they was kind of
Great,
living
Chris.
off of what they had already did and kind of coasting. And I think that's where
Resting on
Ash,
your laurels,
Big Ashita came in there and said, "Hey, we're not gonna do no coasting right now because we can't." And I wanted to point out one little thing. I've been waiting to say this for long, because I love when you said the core before more thing. If you look at the industries across the board, not just in gaming and stuff like that, that's what's been going on. Like if you look at take Burger King for instance, right? When they want to bring people back, they redid the Whopper. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they didn't say, "Oh, we got this new sandwich, we got this new sandwich." No, they repurposed by saying, "Hey, we redid the thing that you came here for."
That's their identity, right? The Whopper is Burger King's identity.
And McDonald's did the same thing with the Big Mac. Like they said, "Hey, we're going to redo this one," and then we So what you're doing is you're looking at it and say, "Hey, the reason why you came to us in the first place, we're going to make that. We're going to improve that." And I think that's what we're looking at right now with Xbox. Is like,
Well,
"Hey, we're going to give you the best version of the best game that you came here for."
100%. And it's like, well, from what I'm understanding, I think that's happening within Halo Studios as well, is what's rumoured, I don't know if it has been confirmed or not, is the potential cancellation of 2 other projects that they were working on. And the focus is going to be on this other project that they're working on. So it sounded like they had 3 projects in the works and cancelled the other 2 and focus. And I think that's really important because sometimes you can see studios spread themselves too thin. And you really want to make sure that, and this is what PlayStation had done really well for a very long time, is when they released a game, it was fucking polished. That is also what Nintendo does really, really well. But I have seen that that is not the case for PlayStation in the last few years. They have not kind of adhered to sort of that principle that I felt like was super core to who they were as their identity. Is like, when you get a PlayStation exclusive, it means that, like, that we've made inside our studios, it's quality. And I mean, I'm not saying Xbox Studios don't do that. They have some great, fantastic quality in that space. But like, you've got these amazing people that you've hired because of the talent and everything like that are working on another game when they could be using that talent to make this game massive or more optimized or anything like that. And then once that's out and we are like standing on our principles, we're standing on our brand, we're going, this is what we want to be known for, these fantastic quality games that release, and we're not having to keep adding features in because we didn't have the staff on to have those features that our core consumer base thought would just naturally be in there by default. Looking at you, Halo Infinite, with your multiplayer, that's what's been missing. And I think pulling those other projects, it's nice to have those other projects, but pulling those other projects at the moment and putting that staff on your main project to deliver a really good product is going to go a long way into showing us gamers what it means when you pick up an Xbox title day one on the platform. Because you and I have talked about this, Nero and I have talked about this, you hear me saying this all the time. I do not pick up games day one very often anymore because I believe that you are a beta tester basically for them. You pick up a game day one, pick it up in 6 months' time. In 6 months' time, that is going to be the most polished version that should have fucking released at launch in the first place. Not the version that came out day one because it's a buggy mess. And they're like, oh, we'll add this feature in later. No. That feature should have been in there from day one. This shouldn't be a buggy mess. Delay the game 6 months. I know that sounds horrible, but I don't want to play a game day one because time and time again, studios, publishers mainly, I feel like they're pushing it out. They're like, let's get some money on this before the game is actually ready. I just feel like a game is not worth the price tag that they say it
Yeah,
is at day one because it's a buggy fucking mess, and it pisses me off.
yeah, no, yeah, absolutely right. And to the point you was making before, I think that the philosophy has shifted to like I think a lot of times I think in no Phil slander around here, you know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate Phil. We still have Xbox because of him. Like, I ain't slandering that. Like, they made their choices, and we are
Yeah,
still here today, and we got some good stuff out of it.
yeah,
And
the
they kept the
evolution
brand
of
alive.
anything. The evolution of anything. Like to do something different, you're gonna have to have different people in position to do it. So like Phil was there to accomplish what he accomplished, and that's to solidify the brand and keep it around to build
And grow
upon.
it. He really grew it, so it's much easier to contract the brand into this like
Exactly.
streamlined thing. Yeah,
So so
it
that
wasn't
so
bare
that
bones. If it was bare bones and this was happening, I'd be like, I'm so worried about Xbox. But like, it's not bare bones anymore, so it's
that's
a little
gonna
bit
take
like, oh, there's a bit of padding. We could lose a little bit of fat, and we'll still be good.
exactly. I think, what I think Phil um, kind of was allowing the studios to do was kind of like make the games they wanted to make,
Correct.
which which gave us the Pentiments of the world. So we got some great games out of that because of that.
Um,
It
I
allowed the
really
studio.
enjoyed Keeper from Double Fine, but I still think they should have been making a Psychonauts 3.
But see, that's the thing. Like the studios was making what they wanted, and we got some gems out of that. However, I think the repurpose now is you have to give us what we want before you can make what you want. So I think they're basically saying, "Hey, studios, all y'all have to make what the fans want first. Then
Yeah,
you can come back and make the game that you
I mean,
might make."
I think the only reason why Rare is still around is Sea of Thieves.
One
I'm
thousand
sorry,
percent.
Rare. I'm sorry, Rare, but I think that is the reason why Rare is still around. Sea of Thieves exists and
But
is loved and played by millions. Well, I'm
don't be surprised if you don't hear a Kill Instinct song.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. I was really intrigued by what they were potentially making that got cancelled. And so it's like, well, we haven't seen a proper Rare game in a very long time, so I'm just curious as to what's happening in that space. Like, are we gonna ever get a new? I'm not a Banjo Kazooie fan by much, but there's a lot of people who would like some Banjo Kazooie fan
No
game.
remake.
Or would it be cool because Conker would be cool? Conker? No. What? Fuck. Which? Oh my god, my brain is dead. What is it? It is, right? Am I? Is
I
it
know they
Conker?
just put it in
Am I
backwards
going crazy?
compatibility. I know they just put it in backwards
That's
compatibility,
the
but
backwards compatibility. I mean, that would be kind of cool to get a Conker back.
yeah, we just got conquered part of the back compat
Backwards
thing.
compatibility. What
I would
up?
love to see a remake of Blinks. Like I don't know, I know
Yes.
a lot of people might not rock with that game, but I definitely did. I would love to have seen a remake of that. It was so unique with the time mechanics.
Mm. Well, yeah, it'd be just nice to see like Rare. I think we just haven't heard from them in a while. Um,
Turn Rare to a platform and bring some of these platformers back studio.
yeah, there's some
Them
really
and
cool options in that space. I think that is potentially
take
a
part of
big.
Activision with them.
Yeah, I think it's a big game genre that they haven't got going like at the moment. Yeah, so
We got rid of the big one. High Far Rush.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Coulda. Hey,
Shot,
that
shot,
studio's
shot.
still around though. They didn't close that studio though, did they? No, if that was PlayStation, that studio would have been like gone.
Chai should have been green, man. Chai should have been green. That should have been Xbox mascot, so to speak.
Yeah,
But there's still a bandicoot around, and there's also a little dragon that's coming.
yeah,
So little Spyro.
yeah. Um, Oh no, completely going off topic, guys. What do you know? This is my ADHD. But if you weren't aware, and maybe you need a reminder, the 7th of August is the THQ Nordic Showcase. So that is back, which is really, really nice. I can't wait to see what we get in that space. Anytime we have game reveals, actually, I think I really look forward to showcases of from any brand, any company, because it just gets my excitement up for the fact that there is our community here who all enjoy playing video games, and we're all excited to know what's on the horizon, or and excited to see what other developers are doing, or other companies have releasing as exclusives. It's always exciting to know what's there. And I think being informed is important. Viva Pinata and Killer Instinct.
I would love to see Xbox kind of compete in that what do they consider it? I want to say arena fighter, but like the kind of like how Smash Bros and Brawlhalla is. What kind of fighter is that considered?
Brawlhalla.
Yeah, like Brawlhalla and Smash Bros. Isn't that like considered like arena fighters or something like that?
Oh yeah, like an arena fighter. Yeah.
I would love Xbox with all the franchises and all the IPs they have. I would love.
Yeah, because do you know how many people would have like Doom Guy against Master Chief? It's the ultimate Green Man showdown.
You got little Marcus in there.
Yes.
You got Crash Bandicoot. You got Spyro. You got you got
you could have so much
random force.
But you
random
could
have
all the enemies as well. Like honestly, you could have so much fun.
The Wolfenstein characters in there. Got Alley Hoop from Grounded. Like you could throw so many characters in that fighter, and I think if you can get the mechanics down,
yes,
you have the characters 1,000%.
I know would all be playing that at some point. I love those sort of games. And I think that is exactly why Nintendo's Smash Brothers does so well, because they have their core characters that they are known for, good, bad. They have alternate skins for them, different variations. Like I'm a Legend of Zelda fan, as you guys are acutely aware. But you could play with the Ocarina of Time version. You could play with the Breath of the Wild version. Sometimes you could play with Skyward Sword version of him. But you had alternative options. And so you weren't just stuck with, this is the version of the character we give you, and if you want another character, here, buy this microtransaction. No, you just unlock those options. Obviously, they're different conversation. But
they answer that question that we all ask all the time. Like,
but you got Pokemon in there, like, bro, like Pokemon in there, like, how do you put? But it's so good.
But like, say you get to answer that question that everyone always wants to ask, like, who would win between so and so and so and so? Now you get to find out.
You're like, fuck it, let's find out. Be real funny if you had like the 4 grounded kids in there, and then
yeah.
You're really good, and you're like, this one took out Master Chief.
Yeah, Master Chief got beat by Pete.
Yeah, exactly. That would be quite funny, you know. Like, we want these stories. You want to be seeing these characters in more than like. Sometimes it's great to have a mashup.
Yeah. Because those mashup games would allow people that might have never played those games be interested in those games now. You're like, where does this character even come from?
You get excited by their moveset, and you're like, cool, I want to go play as this character now. That was me for Metroid, or even Captain Falcon, where he's like, Falcon Punch.
The part about it, you play Captain Falcon from F0, 1-0, so you don't even get to play as him for But
you had like Star Fox in there. You had so many great IP characters. Because that's the great thing about it, though, is like, even if that IP is not delivering a standalone game, you still get to see that IP here. So it still feels like it's alive. And they haven't sort of gone to the side. And it's a great way to give people some of their IP in other aspects when they know that there's not a game in the works at the moment. And so you'll want to play as that character. It's nostalgia, man.
And that's one thing Xbox has cultivated better than PlayStation is that they have those characters. You know what I'm saying? Like PlayStation, and I think that's when I think who said it? I think one of the former CEOs said something along the lines like they lack IPs or original IPs or something like that. And I think that's what that meant. It's like you don't have a bunch of iconic characters because they spent so much time just buying timed exclusives and of
You haven't
other
cultivated
studios
that, yeah.
trying to make it themselves.
Because you don't own
But
the IP, right? Like now,
uh,
um, something that was really never had been on
like Final
Xbox
Fantasy,
before,
that's not yours, so
Final
you can't.
Fantasy, for example, never been on Xbox before. It is now not synonymous with like predominantly PlayStation.
But I don't think it ever was for the
Because
majority
it
of people.
originally came out on Nintendo, but like they were quite cheeky around it. Well, I guess it was also like the fact that for like how many years we heard about Final Fantasy VII remake only being coming to PlayStation, and that's like why you get one. And I feel like, okay, all right, calm down, everybody.
But you had like all the other ones that was coming out on Xbox before then. So it's like they PlayStation is in this weird spot where
Yeah,
it's kind of late to try to build that.
but they're so
It's
good
kind
at
of
making the conversation about this is ours only, or they were so good at that, and they were so good at blocking out the mention of Xbox, so they were the only one in the room. They took up all the oxygen,
only on
and now they
created,
can't do that anymore.
only on
Very
PlayStation, but not created by them.
yeah, yeah.
If
But
they
yeah,
had a
because
fight,
that's not their IP,
fight
they can't take it into that environment. They couldn't do a mashup with all of that stuff. They got rid of what
I have,
Sackboy basically.
I
So
have
that
like
would
six
have been a great
characters.
platformer.
If they had the arena fighter, they have like six characters. It'd be Joel versus Nathan Drake. Because you can't. Spider Man is not yours. Like
You
at the
could
end
have,
of the
you
day.
know what they could have done? They could have taken taken what they'd started on with, oh my god, where's my brain? Factions, and said, you know what? We're gonna head this over to another studio, and we're gonna turn this into not just a factions multiplayer. We're gonna put in our other characters. This will be an environment that you use, but we'll have other world environments based on our other IPs. They could have really gone ham and turned it into a proper live service game that another studio could have
Faction,
taken on. Instead of going, let's do a God of War multiplayer and let's do this multiplayer, and why don't you put them all into one multiplayer, and then you don't have to decide, and then you wouldn't have been losing all these different teams, because you would have had maybe a couple of teams focused on this one project, or one team focused on this project, or whatever, the support studios, and said, okay, instead of us all trying to come up with these great ideas, how about we just make one massive thing that has all of our IP in it, and have some fun as a live service game, potentially. I don't know. They could have done that.
they could do a lot of things, but on the whole, they don't do
Oh,
none of
no.
it.
I mean, they could also keep physical games going, but that's not happening either. I'm so angry about it still.
They also
I
can
think
have
it's
one
just off the back of this is how you share games. They do some of the Blu-ray stuff as well themselves. And they're like, but someone did make a good point I heard this week around the potential of how they're going to look at when they have a proper PlayStation handheld, what that means for that. Because if you have a handheld, you need a lot of storage potentially, or you could do something similar to Nintendo, which is have like a different thing altogether. I don't know what they're doing, but interesting.
Yeah, the trajectory and different decisions that both them and the Xbox are doing is going to be
Yes,
interesting.
very different.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next year or two, just because they're going in two different trajectories. And it's not necessarily that one is going up and one is going down. It's just that they go both going outward, and we just want to see how it's going to look.
Yeah, they're doing two completely different things around it. Like, yes, PlayStation is pulling back from PC. They are still keeping their live service games on that side of it. Xbox is still doubling down on PC because that is also part of their core market. However, their actual core was console, essentially, because they built a brand that was very successful, and they've let it go by the wayside. And so it's continuing. I mean, I wouldn't say it was in dire straits anyway, but you can definitely see the discourse in our community going, oh, we've been asking for these features. We like the fact that there's this forum that we can go onto and request things that we want, and you'll take a look at it and try and action some of these quality of life improvements that we think will make a great addition to the platform that we all enjoy. So it's kind of going, okay, let's listen to what our core market actually wants and let's deliver on that. And then if you see that different contrast between what's happening where we're getting listened to as a community and then another community is not being listened to, where do you want to go? Where do you want to invest your time and money? I would think you would go with the one who actually listens to what you want to do, and goes down that front. I know as a business, they've got to look at it from another perspective of how, like, the cost and such when it comes to more sales going digital, less sales going physical. You've got to take into consideration as a business like the resale or secondhand market, buying a game on PlayStation Store versus going in and finding a secondhand version of that same physical. They're not getting any money off that. But also, a lot of the time, like, I find digital is more expensive, at least here in New Zealand. Digital is always more expensive than buying a physical game. And that doesn't make sense to me. But it's just very interesting, like, around they're looking at this and they're going, okay, we're not getting a cut of this resale market, but it's going to destroy that resale market. It's going to destroy what they stood up for back in 2013 with the "this is how you share old games," or "this is how you share games." It's as a business, I understand, and for those who are protecting that business, I'm going to really, really throw this here because I sometimes am like, but from the business's perspective, but I'm going to go, fuck the business in this instance. As consumers, we should all be standing and going, like, this doesn't seem right. You know, this is what you stood for. This is why we've been with you. What does this mean for all of our actual physical discs that we have? Will we just have to play them? It reminds me of the whole Don Matrick thing where he said, oh, we've got a console for you if you want to play those old games. Xbox 360. That's what it reminds me of. 100% reminds me of. You want to go play these games, whether that's PS1, PS2, whatever, PS4, backwards compatible. I mean, if you've still got the disc, I don't remember if PS1 and 2 is disc readable, but PS4, if you've got the disc, you can play it, chuck it into your PS5 and you can play it. Well, if you want to go play these disc games, we've got a console for you. Here's this PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro. I really hope the PS6 has a disc drive. Or the option to add a disc drive. Hi, fuck you. Welcome. If rumours are to be true on what's happening with Xbox side, it sounds like they do have a plan in place for game preservation and backwards compatibility. Whether that is a thing where you chuck it in now, you get a digital code, and that gives you the license for that, and that is yours, and you now own a digital version of it. It would mean that you would not be able to pass it on to anyone else because that code is now done off the disc, which is fine. But it's an option. All those discs that you own, you would still be able to do something with them. You now have a digital copy of that game that will move through the generations with you. Seeing that on the PC side of things, with PC backwards compatibility, and these Xbox games going that way, you're just seeing a lot of things happening in that space, and I think it's really important around game preservation, especially seeing that they are just, you know what, we're going to take it away from you. You've got, what else is there? I mean, my brain's running 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm combating my ADHD, so I'm sorry if I seem a little bit scatterthought at the moment. But it's just a lot happening in that space. There's a rumour that the potential Helix might actually have a disk drive. But It's a rumor, so we don't know. But it sounds like they have a plan for backwards compatibility. And that's the big thing. It does not sound like PlayStation has a plan for backwards compatibility at this stage, with the announcement of them moving to getting rid of physical, in the sense of
Dude, not having
as
it.
of 2028, physical
Do
gone.
have a plan. Oh, not having it.
Sorry, Lyric?
I said they do have a plan for backwards compatibility. It's called not having it.
Oh, you mean the PS5? Not having it. Yeah, I feel like if they don't announce, and this is what pisses me off, they should have announced this news and then at the same time announced a plan for backwards compatibility. The fact that they've been silent and they haven't said anything makes me glad I did not pick up a PlayStation this generation.
Means they don't have a plan.
Yeah. And if they don't have a plan, what the fuck? Some of you guys have been there since PS1, and you've been there 5 generations, and you play your PS3 games on your PS3 because there's no backwards compatibility option for that. There's no excuse for no backwards compatibility.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna copy this Xbox homework.
Probably. It's they better have a plan. They better have a plan. To a big FU to your consumer base who can't take those games with them, because some people, if they're going to afford the next hardware, some, not all, will trade in their previous hardware to go towards the price of their new one. Some will. Some of us like to hold on to our different Xbox devices and platforms, or PlayStations,
In this
or
economy,
old Nintendos. And have them as collectors, or just go, this is what I remember playing on, and these are the memories that I associate with this particular device. And so, yeah.
in this economy, a lot of people are going to be trading in their game,
Yes.
their console to get.
Yeah. Then there's some people who are like, I don't hold on to it. I finish a game, I sell it. And I get it. I get that 100%. Yeah. I just have a big problem with the idea of them going that. And I know it's different because like PC has already been digital for a very long time, but my other concern in the space as a consumer, you bought for these games, bought and paid for these titles, you should be able to play them. We didn't have backwards compatibility like we did in the day, so if you wanted to play those games, you had to own that device. Nintendo has their version of backwards compatibility online as well. It's just the whole thing's just. They're also talking about the fact that the hardware crisis at the moment with components is probably going to last quite a few more years than initially anticipating. They were like, it's probably going to be about 2 years. It's more likely going to be upwards of 5 and up potentially for everything to catch up.
That's insane.
Yeah. So we aren't looking at improving hardware prices anytime soon. Which is also where you're talking about people are going to be trading in their games. People are going to be trading in their consoles if they want to upgrade. Or people are just going to upgrade to current gen or last gen just to play all the games that they didn't play. They'll just stay on there. And I think that's where cloud gaming comes in handy for Xbox, because that's what Xbox One gamers do right now. Is if they haven't upgraded, they can play the new games via the cloud. So you might have that option eventually before you upgrade. You could play these new games that are only this one via the cloud, potentially. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, long topic. I just the whole thing is got me rattled around PlayStation, their loss of identity, the fact that they have the right in their terms of service and terms and conditions and all of this stuff, that they have the right of, after 3 years of inactivity, this is what really gets me, 3 years of inactivity on your PlayStation login or profile or account, PlayStation account. Even if you've made purchases, they can close out that account and deactivate it. You will lose those purchases forever. Now, Xbox has in their wording, after 2 years where there's no activity, if there's no purchases against that account, then they will close it. Meaning you're not losing what you already paid for. So if you have a purchase of a game on there, after 2 years of inactivity, that game and that profile and that account is safe. PlayStation side, if you have 3 years of inactivity, we can close it. We don't care what purchases you've got on that. These are the things that piss me the fuck off.
Okay, you spent thousands of dollars. Who cares?
Yeah. Disrespectful motherfuckers, in my opinion. Sorry, language, but it pisses me the hell off that is okay.
Perfect language.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck him. Yeah. This is why I think people should be calling it out. Because if you had physical, you don't care if they close your profile. I got a physical copy of this game. I chuck my disc in. I can play it, right? Fuck that to your digital purchases, which mean nothing. And now we're making ourselves digital only. So you better make sure that you log into your game or your account every 3 years if you mainly play on PC, so you don't lose those titles, because we do have people who have transitioned across. Yeah. Fuck me. Great job, PlayStation. Great job being quiet about it.
Exactly what he's trying to do.
Despicable.
Fuck off.
Despicable, in my opinion. Yeah. Sorry. Went off a tangent. That was probably the worst part of that whole thing, was just looking at someone I remember seeing a tweet. Someone's like, Xbox has this and theirs, so they're just as bad. I'm like, did you even read the terms and conditions? Did you read the differences? Like, I think you're like, some people need to go outside and touch some grass. Reality is, they need some perspective. Where are we? I think I don't have anything around that. I'm sorry, I'm just going through my other topics. Xbox, this is quick news stuff. We've been talking about this for a while. We'll finish some small stuff and then I think we can close out the show shortly. Xbox has announced about bringing an ad tier supported version of game streaming, so cloud gaming, available to you. And so you do not need Ultimate anymore in order to access the Xbox cloud gaming service. The ad tier version, obviously, those people surround themselves with artificial turf. Sorry, this is just a really funny comment. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. 100%, 100%. But yeah, I think this is great news around ad tier. I'm gonna let you go first, Lyric, because I feel like I've been quite domineering around the conversation tonight. So, what are your thoughts around them bringing in an ad tier option here?
Every service known to man does it. So why would we be surprised that we're doing it here in gaming as well? We all know
Everything has ad options now, eh? 100%.
Yeah, the whole point of this whole thing is you're paying for convenience. The more you pay, the more convenience you have. So just having a tier like that allows people access to something like cloud gaming based on the ad tier.
And it's like, at the moment, it's introducing it for like games you already own in your library. And you know that other update that I mentioned earlier in the show around like being able to play your game on the cloud while your game updates. Well, imagine your game is updating and it's going to take an hour and you can get an hour of cloud gaming in on that game that you already own while it updates in the background. It might take a little bit longer because obviously potentially using more internet streaming that way, or cloud accessing it via the cloud. But you get to continue playing that game without any interruption, essentially, other than ads. If you don't want ads, you can opt for Ultimate if you want. Now, this is testing, so it's going to be available to Xbox insiders for a limited time. And then I guess they'll pull it away and look at the feedback or whatever. So if you are an Xbox insider, do test it, do give your feedback in relation to it, because whatever that comes out of that will be eventually pushed out to the rest of the market, or the rest of
Yep.
Xbox once they
I'm gonna give them
fully
all the
introduce it.
feedback. I'm gonna give them all bad feedback. I'm like, yeah, it needs. It's great, but I think it needs to cost more. I think you're kind of lowballing on the price. You know, then more ads. Like no one doesn't want ads, so I need more ads.
Yeah,
That's all. Like,
I want ads that after an hour of gameplay just jump in.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Matter of fact, just take control of my controller as well while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. But ads will play at the beginning of a session. They're not going to play during your session. I can't remember if there's a time limit on it. Someone might be able to remind me if there's a time limit on like how much you'll get to play free for it. I feel like it's an hour. Maybe I'm going crazy. Am I going crazy? I don't know. But yeah. I think it's hopefully going to introduce a lot of new people to cloud gaming of their games this way in a free option. And it's games you already own. So the fact that you already own them and you'll be able to play them this way is fantastic. I understand like Ultimate allows you to not just it's for streaming Game Pass games through the cloud if that game has cloud enabled on it, and so you haven't necessarily purchased that title, so it makes sense why they've put it behind a paid tier, because those games are behind that paid tier. But to give people who already own their fucking games access to being able to play them via the cloud is fantastic, and these things need to happen more and more. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely. Get more options and more possibilities to access things that you personally have owned and purchased. Like you can't go wrong with that, and you definitely should get as many options as possible, because you're already taking options away from us.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I'm done.
100%. I agree. Okay. Now, we talked about this, but I'm just going to 100% confirm. So the 4 games that came to backwards compatibility via the PC. So these are Xbox games that PC gamers can now play. Blinks, The Time Sweeper, Conquer Live and Reloaded, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy. So they're the first 4 titles announced. There are going to be more titles coming. The license will carry across between your PC and your handheld, which is really, really cool. That's part of that like play anywhere sort of thing in that space. I think that's probably really, really important. I'm trying to remember if it confirmed it. There will be achievements, right? I remember hearing that there will be achievements available. Oh yes, this is our first 4 games releasing in preview today. Will be updated to include achievements in the coming months. So those games will have achievements be added to them, which is kind of nice. So these games like 360 introduced achievements, so there were a lot of games that didn't have achievements unless they were backwards compatible or launched after a certain time frame on the Xbox. Launched after they were introduced, right? I don't know if any games patched them in after, but there are some games that just don't have achievements. They were launched and there was no update applied to them or no achievements added to them. So that's really cool that you'll be able to get your Xbox achievements for these games that you didn't have before if you want to play them on PC. What are your thoughts on?
Can't go wrong with that.
Here.
I'm glad they did do that. And I'm hoping that we get more and more games.
Yeah, I feel like Xbox is really expanding, and while the industry is sort of retracting at the moment. So they're doing their best. I think they're trying to, like, all these little positive improvements. This is what we want to be known for, which is good. This is like why I feel like people love Steam as well. Like some of the stuff that Steam does for their community, all the people who play on them. And if you, I mean, this was sad news. I don't remember how long was the PlayStation Network out for? Moving on to something. But it left a lot of gamers unable to play things, and this was a global problem. So tens of thousands of gamers reported issues around accessing PlayStation's network and all their services and things like that. I'm trying to see, does anyone know how long it was out for? It just not a good time. Not a good time. Lyriic, how did you feel about this announcement?
About the PSN
The PSN, yeah.
being out.
Yeah.
It happens like twice a year.
It's just bad, like
Big
all of the
ones
servers. I mean, we announce it
Big one.
anytime there's anyone who's having a bad day.
I'm saying big ones happen twice a year, so it's not nothing that you wouldn't expect. They have little ones like every couple of weeks. So like I don't know, man. It's just I just feel like, and it's not just for PlayStation, it's for Xbox as well. When
Yeah.
we're paying for these services, and we're paying to play online, I should
Yes.
never have them.
Yep. Yeah, I'm
Or you need
paying
to
to
be.
access the internet that I already pay for. Yeah. Agreed.
They used to, they used to be like, oh, we was down. Here's a little gift card. Or here's a free game. They don't do that anymore. They just like, I have to deal with it.
Yeah. I'm just glad it was resolved. I think anytime there's an outage, it's really important that it gets fixed ASAP. It's just disappointing. PlayStation is like getting hit while it's down. I mean, it did it to itself, but you don't want to hear that stuff. Then you get people who are suddenly playing video games that come onto X and online and start voicing their opinion, and they should really just go outside and, like I said, touch some grass. But as someone pointed out, they only have artificial grass around them, so because that's the reality that they believe in. Okay, artificial grass. They're the ones who spend forever writing using ChatGPT to reply to people. Yeah, those are those people. Sorry, I'm throwing shade today.
She texts me, hey, what should I say, chat?
I did. I asked AI Lyriic, and I said I wanna be a little bit messy, and I have this great script I've been reading off the whole time. That's how good my acting is. No, I'm kidding. I made it seem real, or just like I was like, yeah. It had all the wait a second, chat. I'm just looking for. No, I'm kidding. It had all of that in there. It was perfect. I was like, how did you get me down so right? There you go. You got me down, like, on how I talk. The script is perfect.
1,000%.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of like not good, bad news on top of bad news around that. And I think anytime you see that, and this doesn't matter what platform you're on, whether you're on PC, whether you're on Nintendo, whether you're on Xbox, whether you're on PlayStation, accessing the games that you bought digitally should be a priority when online is not available. I understand the games where you have to have internet to play with other people, but any game that you do not require internet because you're not playing with another person should be immediately playable and available while there's an outage. And it's still an issue. 100% still an issue. And it's everywhere, regardless of what's happening. I mean, less so on PC, obviously, because you've got those no dispatches and all this other stuff happening in the background, and this modding is just... but when you're looking at these closed platforms, these console systems where there is so much control and you do not have much ability to do modding or editing or anything like that because it voids warranty and it does all this other stuff, and there's potential for like Nintendo to brick your system. which is BS as well, and I'm gonna stay 100 on that one. I'm just gonna continue on that one. Yeah, it goes to show that as gamers, we need to start asking for our rights back. Because we purchased this, I have the right, or should have the right, to play this game offline. And you being down is a you problem and should not impact me.
Yep.
There we go. That's my reality. Sassy. Oh, PS not built to be digital only, laughing my ass off. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, and that's a good call out. They're not built to be digital only. Don't announce going diskless when you have an issue right now when PSN goes down and people can't access their fucking games that they paid for.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm looking at you, Xbox too. Sort it. Especially the fucking Nintendo. They'll brick your system. They're the worst. They have great games, but they are also fucking anti-consumer.
Nintendo,
And this is coming from a Nintendo fan.
You're gonna learn that.
Gonna learn the hard way, Lyric. You are correct. All right. Are there any topics that we want to talk about anymore? Is that everything? Have we missed anything? Chat. I mean, do you want to let us know? Have we missed anything? Yeah. I have no clue if we've missed anything.
Yeah, I think we got most of the big things.
I think we got most of the big ones. We even talked about some of our other topics from the other month that we haven't had a chance to talk about. While I check to see if the chat agrees if we need to mention anything else. Feel free though, if you're watching on X and you want to engage with us, you can jump over to our channel on YouTube and jump in the chat and just ask AI Lyric things, because he loves a good prompt and he'll answer 1000% accurate every time, unless you're using the ad version. Apparently that is wrong. So you watch out for those ad tier versions of things, okay? But I'm going to call this out, and I think we do need to call it out, because we weren't here for that episode. The price increases on hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether yeah, what the fuck? And this is what I said over a year ago. I feel like we heard about over a year ago. How long has the PlayStation 5 Pro been out? We were having conversations around the PlayStation 5 Pro pricing, the Xbox Series X 2TB version launching about the same price or as the PS5 Pro at $700, and it was like not as powerful. You were literally paying that extra money just for the storage on the Series X 2TB edition. I feel like it was all digital as well. And so I think I made it really clear all up in that year when we were talking about the price increases, that this is going to give you an indication of what the price of the next generation is going to be. And we, as consumers, call it out. Fucking industry, man. There's rumors that a couple of the chip manufacturers were colluding a little bit. And so I think that needs to get looked into, and I feel like it is being looked into. I feel like there's a lawsuit at the moment looking into it. But if that's the case, then that could be impacting our prices as well, and it's just BS. If they're like, let's all have our prices around the same thing and make this great profit. Yeah. I think the Steam machine prices, what the fuck? Do you know why? Do you know why I think that Steam machine is such a rip-off? I know pricing's gone up for components and everything like that. But it is more expensive than hardware that is weaker than it. by a significant amount. By a significant amount. More expensive. All right. We're gonna wind down. I don't and head out.
Right
I
now.
don't want to. It's been. I know we're doing the show for about an hour 40 talking because I feel like the first bit was the intro piece. Yeah, but it's almost 1 o'clock my time, so it is lunchtime and other stuff happening in my world. Yeah, we're gonna feed the panda. That's what we're gonna do. Feed the panda. And so, yeah, see, feeding the panda. That's gonna make me less hangry. No, I'm not hangry. This is the dark side of panda. We're gonna wish you all a great rest of your weekend. I hope you get some gaming in. I hope you go outside and experience the lovely weather that is summer where you are in the world. If you're here, then it's not very
I'm getting
nice at
nothing.
the moment.
It's been raining for 2 weeks straight.
What?
Yep. Literally.
Why? But what's the temperature though? Is it okay or is it
That's what
hot
makes
and
it worse.
muggy?
Hot. So
And
then
is it muggy?
warm
Like
and raining.
humid as hell?
Humid. Just stuck to all your nipples.
Oh. Stand up and show me your shirt. No, I'm kidding. Oh, sorry, Lyric. Sorry, Lyric. Oh.
Oh, show it or it didn't happen.
Okay. All right. Lol. Okay. I can't believe I said that. We're gonna head out. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Play some video games, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, it'll be exciting. All right.
Love y'all.
Bye, guys.